Good morning and welcome back to Withrow Urban Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how to design, measure, and cut a clear hard plastic jug for winter sowing. This is different than the traditional milk jug. Those are thinner and more flexible. So I've used a little bit different technique to cut these, but first let's get off the label. We need to add some holes so water can drain out. And a drill is the best way with these jugs, not a knife. Not a skewer, not a box cutter, not a hot glue gun. The drill is the best way. And about that size. You don't want huge holes, but you don't want tiny holes either. I'm going to cut along right here. Now this is soft and it's perfect to use the X-Acto knife. It doesn't work on this hard plastic. I don't feel like I have good control. I found the best way to cut these is with scissors. But you're going to have to make some kind of hole first. You could put a little slit with the X-Acto knife, but I already have the drill out, so let's go ahead and use that. Remember to leave a hinge. If you forget and you cut the top completely off, just use 2 pieces of tape and make a little hinge. Then you're going to fill it with soil right up here to the top. This is Pro Mix organic potting soil. It comes in a compressed container, and that's the way I like it. It's easier to store that way. But you can use any potting soil. I've already wet it and mixed it with water. You do want it wet when you put it in the container, and I leave this in the house overnight to stay warm because it's still cold out here. Last night it was 19 degrees. You're going to add your seeds. Sprinkle on some soil and pat it all down. And you want to make sure it has good contact so the seeds are moist. Now if you're doing this inside, you could add, some water on top. But it's already wet, so it's wet enough for me. Then you're going to close it up. You're making a little mini greenhouse. You need to hold in the moisture and the heat. And for that, we're going to use some duct tape. Like I did on this jug. I like to use the Gorilla duct tape because it's stickier, but it does cost more. The traditional silver tape will work too. I don't recommend using painter's tape. I just don't think it'll stick with the rain, and it'll actually dry out in the sun too. I also don't recommend just regular old packing tape. I feel like it won't last also, but if you've tried either one of these successfully, let me know. And write the name on the jug like I did with these onions. A Sharpie, it's not a good choice. It's not going to last. It's going to fade in the sun. It's not UV ray resistant. A better option is a garden marker. It's specifically made not to fade in the sun. I can't spell right today. You could put a tag inside too, but again, use the garden marker. Last, you want to take off the lid. Just like here, I've taken this lid off. You want rain, snow, moisture to get inside, and later when it's hot, you want heat to escape. These have not germinated yet. I did notice a difference in these two types of jugs. I have lettuce planted in both kinds. Over there. Last week, we had some days with the highs in the 60s, and 2 days ago I looked in, and this jug, the clear jug, had a few that had germinated, while this jug, they hadn't. Seems that it's a little bit warmer in this jug. Or it could also be because lettuce requires light to germinate. It might be a better type jug to use for the seeds that require light. So today, I'm not sure if any of those germinated seeds will still be there because it got down so cold last night they might have died. That's why people tend to oversow when they're doing winter sowing. Because if you have a warm spell and seeds germinate, then it gets really cold again and those seeds die off, you've got more seeds that'll germinate during the next warm spell. So you can also see how they both hold moisture, the condensation up here. So I'm going to go check on both of the lettuce today, the clear one and the jug that's not clear. That one has moisture in it too. Let's look inside. Now, do you see the difference? Both hold moisture. The opaque one, the not clear one, has a few little sprouts. The clear one, you can actually see baby leaves. And they haven't died yet. There's a little bit of a difference between the two. I also noticed the clear jug felt a little bit lighter, so the soil might be getting warmer inside and more moisture might be escaping. So don't let your jugs dry out, but honestly, I really don't want to have to water these. I just want to leave them and let them take care of themselves. I don't want to babysit them. Come back and see specific videos on each vegetable and flower that we're going to plant and watch the progress. Thank you for visiting Withrow Urban Homestead. See you later. Bye-bye.